Hi everyone! We're back with part 2 of needle felting Marty. So right now I'm needle felting his eyebrows, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of the brown felt, try to roll it up a little so it's more solid, and I'm just going to gently stab it into his face. I know that sounds pretty violent, but hopefully it doesn't hurt him too much. And again, I'm speeding up this video, so if you do try needle felting, don't do it this fast. I'm not actually going this fast. And so one little mistake I made was that I wanted to give him some little beady eyes, but I had made his face felt a little bit too tightly packed. So I'm using a different needle that is meant for poking holes in the felt to try to make room for the beady eyes that I'm going to put in. And so I guess hint, if you do want to put in some beady eyes, don't make the face felt too tightly packed to begin with. Okay, so it looks like the beads are a little bit solid now, and I'm just gonna move on to making his pink cheeks. His round, pink, soft, cute cheeks. So again, take a little bit of the pink felt, put it to the side of his face, and just keep stabbing it with a needle until it blends in. And I realized that the eyes were falling out, so I'm trying to push them back in. But actually later on I end up changing my mind and I don't use the beady eyes for him in the end. And stab, stab, stab. Giving Marty little puffy, cute cheeks. And he has a little bit of a white, I guess, muzzle where his nose and his mouth should be. So I'm putting some of the... Oh, his eyeballs are falling out again. So I'm putting some of the white felt to make his muzzle. So yeah, make his muzzle, and now I am making his nose. I stabbed it by itself just to make it a little more tightly packed, and I'm going to put it into his face. Wow, I don't know how many times I've said tightly packed in this video already. I guess you can keep count for me, or something. So, giving Marty his nose. Well, it looks like it's coming together. Time for a little Marty's mouth. This was actually a little bit challenging because I wanted to make the mouth small. He has a small mouth. And I had a hard time placing it on his face. So just do it really slowly, little bit at a time. So here's where I changed my mind about Marty's eyes. Instead of using the beads, I'm going to make dark felt eyes for him instead. Cutting out tiny little felt beady eyes. So again, just like the nose, the mouth, the cheeks, the eyebrows, I'm going to gently stab it into his face. I suppose I could have glued the beady eyes into his face, but I didn't have a glue gun with me, and I didn't really want to use glue this time. So now hopefully with these new eyes, Marty can see properly, and his eyeballs won't keep popping out of his sockets and scare everyone away. Hello Marty, can you see me? Now we're gonna move on to his ears. The inside of his ears are made of the same white material that I used to make his muzzle. So instead of cutting it into smaller pieces this time, I decided to try something new and just slowly poke it into his ears and cut off the extra part at the end. So I mean, at this point he looks like he has some crazy long white hair growing out of his ears, but the end result's not going to be like that. I am going to cut out the extra bit. Now on to the other ear. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of my needle felting. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, please go check that out, cause in that video, I show you how to make Marty's head, ears, and hat. See you next time in part 3's video. Bye bye!